just jump into celebrating our baby sprinkle with you guys. So stoked you guys joined. This is our living room, our kitchen. We put up little baby balloons.
We got fancy and made like a bubbly water. Or it's like apple juice, bubbly water, and coconut water.
It's good.
I've been drinking a lot of coconut water this pregnancy, so.
And orange juice. She's been craving lots of orange juice for some reason. So we've been picking up oranges everywhere we can, and
mostly locally grown from friends in their backyards and whatnot.
Well, I've never been to a baby shower really, but I know you guys play a lot of games when you're there. So
we got some games. So we have a couple polls we thought you guys might want to do with us.
So with Tobias, we found out I couldn't stand not knowing if it was gonna be a boy or girl. So we had to go get the whole, the sonogram thing and find out. So I could wrap my head about what's going on and find out, okay, Tobes is a boy, but Wesley was a full surprise. And we're having this baby in about 10 days or so. And it's going to be a full surprise. So we wanted to see what your thoughts were. Let's get this poll up here. Okay, if you guys see this pop up on your Zoom screen, and on Facebook, we're going to be doing a poll there as well. So you guys on Facebook, wow. You see these? 89% think it's going to be a girl. We got 13%. Holy cow.
Wow.
Tobias, what do you think? Boy or girl?
Tobes thinks maybe a girl. I don't know. I'm kind of anticipating a boy, but there's no like rhyme or reason in my mind for
the poll.
But we do have 2 boys, so
share these results. Check it out. 84% think it's going to be a girl.
Whoa.
I'm ready for
I guess we'll see. And as you might know, we haven't found out. So we're waiting till the birth to find out if baby's a boy or girl. So we'll share the news when the time is right.
That's wild. Okay, we got another fun one.
Okay, so a little backstory. Tobias was born like birthday blonde, like silver blonde hair. Wesley was born with like brown hair. So what do you guys think? Blonde or brown, this baby?
Okay, launching. Here it comes.
Adam was definitely brown, and I was born with dark brown hair too. So I don't know if
50-50. Oh.
Okay, we got a heavy pull for blondes.
Let's see.
It's close though.
It's pretty close.
Well, not that close, but.
Okay, we're gonna close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna share these results here. Okay, majority
66% say blonde, 34 brunette. I guess we'll see when baby comes.
Jeez, that's fun. These poll things are fun. I mean, do you want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do one more. Okay, so we'll give you a little backstory with the first 2 babies. I also wanted to check, like, if people are in the waiting room, can we add anyone else in again?
Yeah.
I think there was people.
Everybody's in.
Everybody. Okay, good. I just didn't want anyone to get left out. Okay.
Thanks, Dolores. She's on our team. She's awesome. And we got Becky helping us and Dale. So you see them chiming in here and there. So we're all just having a party together.
Okay, so the next poll is, will baby arrive early, on time, or late? The statistics of this are really interesting if you don't know. Like, typically, I think babies come later than the due date. But Tobias came 4 days early, and Wesley was born on his due date. So let's see what you guys think.
Baby arrived early. I mean, if you go with the scale, like Tobias was early.
Like, I feel
Wesley
mentally
on
ready.
time. Maybe this one's going to be late.
Yeah, maybe we're like.
And this one's going to be on time.
I feel mentally ready, but I don't know. I'm not feeling like, oh, I'm going to go into labor. Like
if you went into labor right now.
Maybe I could go into labor in like an hour, but maybe not.
That'd be tripping. But that'd be the craziest thing. I can't imagine. Okay, we're getting some votes in. We got the
I might
results
not
here.
feel ready because like our house isn't clean and like I just gotta like get some things clean before.
I know.
And actually, like, yeah, we have a lot of things not ready. So that's like on my to-do list this week. Like just get all the little
Wow, check out these results. We've got
early 74%, on time 27%.
Late or early. It's kind of a toss-up, but
We only had
leaning
2
towards
votes
early.
for super late.
Thank goodness. We don't want super late.
Every woman who goes way overdue is just like, ah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're stoked to have you all here. I'd love to hear where some of you are from. I see Caroline from Mississippi. I see Marie from El Salvador. Oh, we've had a really fun surf trip in El Salvador before. Who else where else is everyone from? We have a friend from Indiana. We have, just trying to look
Oh yeah, here we go. North Carolina,
Seattle,
Tennessee.
Someone's from Peru, Philippines. Hi, Phoebe. It's going fast. It's hard to read, you guys.
Yeah, Missouri, Kansas
City, Ohio, Carlsbad.
Wow.
I can't even keep up with the speed. Friends from Oregon, Big Island. Woohoo! Aloha, everyone.
How's the cold snap here?
It's actually been like super cold out here in Hawaii.
It's like 57 degrees is cold for us.
Well, like, and that was only in the middle of the night too, so.
Yeah. Oh man, well, this has been super fun.
We're gonna talk more about baby, and we have some door prizes we're gonna share, like giveaway after.
We got more games later.
And I got a couple gifts. We're gonna give some stuff away after. I just wanted to share with you all a bit about, like, to me, this is definitely a lot more than just a baby shower. And I think like the last year has been such a life changer for so many of us. So I wanted to leave you guys at least with some encouragement moving forward into this year and just send some love your way. But before I get going, I wanted to quickly teach you guys like a common thing in Hawaii that we do to say hello or like, say hi. Instead of waving, we do a shaka. So everyone, let's see your shaka hands. You do a pinky and a thumb. And that's like how you like say hi. And like the Hawaiian way is like more loose, like not like super tight, but like kind of loose. So let's see your guys' shakas.
Awesome. You guys could visit Hawaii. You could blend right in, right?
Yeah.
After you get a nice tan, that is.
So now that you guys know your shakas, I had to at least give you a little Hawaii introduction. And after I share a little bit and chat with you guys, I'm gonna we'll do some live Q&As. You guys can ask me about anything, life, pregnancy. We'll talk about like how I feel about birth and stuff like that. But I have a little slideshow for you guys. So we're gonna go into that now.
I'm gonna let you take it from here. I'm gonna go check on the slide.
Okay. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever been attacked by a shark and won. Or you can chime in on the message board. I'm hoping it's a no for most of you, but I think in life we're always experiencing setbacks or something that's derailing us from our path, throwing us off, leaving us wondering like, what in the world is going on? And this last year definitely did that for a lot of us. Honestly, this last year felt like one of the hardest years of my life. And at the same time, it was a really beautiful, wonderful year, and I had a lot of joy, and I still had confidence, and I still worked towards a lot of my dreams, but it also felt really hard. I think it left many of us feeling confused and puzzled, frustrated, fearful, asking just like, what in the world is going on here? And maybe a lot of you are still feeling this way. And that's partially like why I wanted to talk with you all today, and more about baby later. But we see that no matter what we're facing, we can all carve new paths in life. We can write a new story. We can create a new healthy reality. So much of that starts up in here. Kind of like giving birth. There's like so much pain and struggle and just the anticipation leading up to it. But there's also hope and joy waiting on the other side of that moment when baby comes out and you get to hold them in your arms. And in order to navigate these difficulties, though, and come out on the other side with a contented and joy-filled life, we need to first have the courage to get back on our board and live life with an unstoppable mindset and more. I remember when I got my path was so completely derailed at 13 years old. I was pretty much born into surfing though. In fact, I was with my mom surfing when she was pregnant, and so was my brothers, and we were just born into a surf family, and so are my boys. They they both surfed with me in my belly. But a lot has happened since I was in my mama's belly. And little did I know that a Hollywood movie would be made about my life, and then on to go into my feature-length documentary, Unstoppable. How many of you have seen Unstoppable or Soul Surfer? Let's see in the comments too, you guys. Yay! Yeah, I loved both films. I love Soul Surfer. It's such a challenge to make, but it was really fun to be a part of. And then Unstoppable was just a complete passion project. But so if you haven't, I hope you get to see both the films, especially Unstoppable, because it's the real me and it's all the ups and downs from childhood to motherhood. But for anyone who's new here and has not seen my film and doesn't really know my story too much, I was 13 years old on the path to becoming an incredible surfer and maybe one of the best. And then I lost my arm in an incident with a shark while surfing out here in Hawaii. It was a fight for my life. But I remember waking up in the hospital and, you have all the hospital noises, the lights, it just smells weird. You have a IV drip in my arm, and I was completely confused, disoriented, kind of in shock. And I felt like my world had been flipped upside down, especially when I looked down and realized my arm was gone. I was like, did this really happen to me? I was so young, but I also knew at the same time that nothing would be the same from now on. From doing my hair, which I can do my hair now. I can just go like this. And like tie it in a knot. Actually, my friend Alana gave me the idea because she would always just tie her hair up, and I was like, I need to figure out how to do this with one hand. So I'd tie my hair up and just put in a little knot, and then I can get a hair tie and put it around. So I've come a long ways. I can do my hair now, but at first it felt completely daunting to put my hair up and get dressed, and on top of that, going into my teenage years, and I just was like, my arm's gone. I have one arm, and I just was worried about the way I looked. And then surfing, I felt like my passion to surf and my dreams had just been stripped from me. The life as I knew it was gone. I think, like many of us here, that moment that changed my life only lasted seconds, but the impact lasted a lifetime. I mean, it still impacts me in ways today. But my story is far from being just about a shark attack or the loss of my arm, but the beauty of my story is in getting back on my board and beyond. I had this classic interview after I lost my arm. I did some interviews, and my story was world renowned, but I had this big name interviewer. I had no clue who he was, but he asked me if he thought I would go back in the water, and I responded, it's not if, but when. And as soon as the doctor allowed me back in the water, which was less than a month later, I became a one-armed surfer, and I'm so stoked I did. I'm stoked I got back on my board. And maybe I was a little crazy, but I guess I was on a mission. And even after losing my arm and losing over 60% of my blood, and I almost lost my life, but I knew that I had to get back out there. I'll share more about how I got back out there in a bit. But I remember the first day I was getting on my surfboard, and I had nervousness and fear that I might not be able to do it. And I tried to catch a couple waves and just fell off my board. And My dad wanted to help me, but I told my dad no, I wanted to do it by myself. And he gave me a tip though. He's like, here, what you need, you have to adapt and change how you're doing things. You have one arm now, so try put your hand in the center of the board, whereas most surfers pop up with both their hands on the side of the board. So I popped up on my next wave. I put my hand in the center of the board, popped up, and I rode it all the way to the beach. And that was like the day that there's no turning back. I got back on my board, and though that was just one hurdle to overcome, it was a start. So today I want to invite you all to get back on your board, whatever that means to you. I want to hear, deal, type in the chat. Are you guys getting back on your board? Whatever your board is, it may not be surfing, but maybe you're feeling like, yay, I love it. I can't keep up with the names, but I'm seeing your comments and I love the yeses. What's been stopping you guys this year, and like with everything going on and just feeling like, yeah, there's a lot going on, and maybe you're off your board in the last few months or year and you're ready to like get back going and moving forward with life. But I see a lot of people like having anxiety and stress, and yeah, I think everyone's dealing with a bit of that, but it doesn't mean we can't overcome. See, a lot of people are feeling depressed and like just feeling fearful, and I know like there's a lot of things holding us back, but let's talk about just thanks for sharing, because I know like it's hard to be open about what we're struggling with at times. So yeah, I'm so thankful to have you guys here and be able to hopefully encourage you. So how do we go from being unstoppable, from stuck to being unstoppable? Well, I'm going to walk you through that. Another passion of mine besides surfing is motivational speaking. So for the last 17 years, I've had the honor of sharing my story of overcoming and hope, which has touched millions of people's lives worldwide. But you want to know something interesting? I would have never had the courage. I would have never been able to encourage you all or to adapt through the challenges that life threw at me if I hadn't applied crucial life-changing principles along the way. Maybe you're thinking, well, yeah, Bethany, you just had that special sauce already. That's not me. But I'm here to tell you guys, like, I disagree. I think, yeah, I may have had more grit than your average 13-year-old, but I still had a long road ahead of me, and the arm loss was just one setback of many in my life. I still have a ton to learn and had a ton to learn and adapt to on a daily basis. And I believe that each one of you can adapt to these different principles to build up your own life, to live your life with resilience and be your own version of unstoppable too, even in this crazy world that we live in. These principles that I practice more today than ever as a mom of two, well, soon to be three, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, pro surfer, philanthropist, just like you, like surfing through this wild world that we live in. And while I've shared my story with many people through the years, my goal has gone from wanting to be more than just an inspiration, but to build people up and equip you guys so that you too can overcome this crazy world and live unstoppable. And so I'm going to share some of the life-changing tools that I recognize that helped me get back on my board and helped me overcome the hurdles over the years. My story is far from being about a shark attack. I know the drama is so entertaining and everyone just like can't help but focus on the drama, but it's my life so much more than that. And that's a victim story, and I'm not defined by that. My story is about what I can do and about how I got back on my board. So you too can choose to be defined by what happened to you or what you can do, and that's your choice, and it's a continual one. One will make you a victim and the other will make you unstoppable. So I know maybe you've tried getting back on your board. Maybe you're feeling discouraged. I love like, how are you guys feeling like right now, like today, right now? Be honest, be real. Emotionally tired. Yeah, that's stressed. It's been a rough week. Excited. Yay, I want a little bit of both because it's good to be honest, you know, like some of us are really struggling, but I hope today, right now, you can start to feel hopeful and come out of your you know, that rut, like getting back on your board. You know, it might not happen overnight, but you can make a decision today to start now. So I'm so glad that you showed up, and not just for the baby sprinkle, even though it's fun. I love just hanging out and being able to chat. I'd love to just answer more of your questions after, because I've been seeing some questions in the comment, but once I'm done with my like motivational speaking talk. So today can also be all about us all getting back on our boards, and that we can have each other's back. Getting back on my board required that I become committed. For me, not surfing just wasn't an option. So is staying stuck a choice that you guys want? Type yes or no in the chat. Because maybe you're feeling stuck, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. Okay. No yeses. No yeses. Okay, well, my top plan was to pull through and keep surfing. Even though I wasn't 100% sure I could do it, I had to be willing to try and go at it my hardest. So I know that if you came here and said yes, you're ready to be committed and determined and willing to go for it. Get back on your board. And so now I'm going to share with you my part of my path to becoming unstoppable. And by the way, I did not do it alone. I tapped into many amazing friends, my loving family. My community has been so incredible over the years. And I sought after experts and mentors along the way to guide me, because we're not supposed to do life alone. So while it's just me speaking today, and Adam will come hang a little bit later, today I'm bringing with me expertise, insight, and inspiration from people who have dedicated their lives to living passionately and helping others. Experts like Marie Folio, Dr. Dustin and Carrie Dilberg, my friends Sarah and Mike Coots, and many more. But without doubt, my faith in God has been the rock underneath it all. So it all begins with leaving the past where it belongs, in the past. I needed to stop asking myself, why me? And forgive the shark and forgive what happened to me and understand that it happened for a reason. That I survived something almost impossible to survive. So I needed to forgive and move forward. A dear friend of mine, he actually goes to church with me, and I worked with him over the years on my health, but he has, his name is Dr. Carrie Dilberg, and he's been an amazing expert in my life and many others. And he shared this path of forgiveness that has been proven scientifically. It's based approach, and it's been a lifesaver for me in so many ways. I could have stayed in anger and feeling sorry for myself, but what's the point of that? Why stay a victim? Where would that have led me? I could have gone down a really dark path, but instead I moved forward and got back on my board. I love this analogy of like, okay, so in Hawaii, it's super salty out here. You're always going to the beach. So if you get a little salt from the beach on your car, you start getting a little bit of rust, that rust will just expand. So basically like half of the island drives really rusty cars because the rust just eats our cars. And that's how I view like anger and unforgiveness. That could have been my path. I could have just let the rest of anger and resentment and unforgiveness and sadness like take my life from me. But instead, I was thankful to God to be alive. I knew that I could have died. And starting with that gratitude and trust that God had more for my life, you know, that was the start of my uphill and my overcoming. So it was critical for me to forgive and let go. How are you guys feeling towards this in your life? I'm sure like as soon as anyone brings up unforgiveness, like the stories or the things like come in your mind, like you automatically know you're harvesting anger towards something. So type in the chat, what's something that you need to leave in the past, or who do you need to forgive? Or on a more positive note, what's something or someone you're grateful for? Yeah, I know there's like some of the most painful things in life, but I truly believe you can forgive and move forward and let go. And I always hear people talk about how it's almost like more of a selfish thing than for them, but I think it can be for both because all of us make mistakes, you know? But forgiveness has opened the door for me to better embrace lesson 2, which was to live anchored in my true identity. When we live confident in our identity, we can better embrace the moment and better overcome the hard and painful stuff. I can stop blaming situations that happen to me. When I'm able to do that, then who do I become? Who am I if I'm not a victim? So what's possible for you guys if you're not a victim, if you're not being, you know, if you're able to like let go? I know there's bullies, I know there's mean people, but it doesn't mean you have to let that win the battle. What's possible, you guys? Let's think about like what's possible when we're able to like let go and like move forward and let go of being a victim. Peace, happiness, a life of faith and freedom. I love it. 100% agree with a lot of your comments. So anchoring myself, being sure and confident in my identity it's not defined by what others think of me or by what's happened to me, but by what I want and by the truth I embrace from God's words. These have opened the door for me to explore what I'm truly passionate about. And that moves me forward to my purpose. Mike Coots, I mentioned him earlier and I've shared about him on social media, but he was one of the first people who came to visit me in the hospital, and he got the inspiration for me to get back on my surfboard in my mind. Like, I may not have seen that it was possible, but he told me like, hey, I think you can surf with one arm. So we began imagining together what that would look like, surfing with one arm. And crazy thing is, he himself lost his leg to a shark years before myself, and he actually learned how to surf with one leg. So he was like my first hint of inspiration. And another crazy thing is, I surf with Mike all the time, but today his passion is to photograph like huge sharks in the ocean. So talk about like forgiving and letting go and like moving forward, and like his passion and like came from like one of the more traumatic moments in his life is pretty amazing. What are you guys passionate about? I'd love to hear like some of your passions, and what's some simple like accessible action you could take right now, like baby steps to moving forward. Dancing, serving your community. Oh, that's so amazing. Working out, learning, mental health, softball, surfing, croquet, Jesus, travel, hockey, swimming. I like, it's so fast I can't like see people's names, and like horseback riding. It's too hard to try to keep up. But I think like it's just, life's that much better when we're able to like chase our passions. And so these three lessons in my life, like passion, living my life of passion, forgiving, being grateful, you know, anchoring my identity, these were just like steps that led me forward. Surfing with one arm was by no means easy, nor was relearning how to do just about everything in life. But I knew I didn't need easy, I just needed possible. And you, my friends, you don't need easy, you just need possible too. Type yes if you agree in the chat. Yay! What does this even mean to us though? Like, I don't need easy, I just need possible. I just think like, you know, challenges come our way, and when we like focus on the challenge as being something that's just impossible to get past, then we're going to get stuck. We're going to fall off our board. But when we know we just need possible, we're able to get back on our board, get back up and keep moving. And we'll have the confidence to pursue our passion and the courage to heal our relationships. So for the last 17 years, I've been honing in on my abilities to adapt, to overcome, to continue to be teachable. And that has enabled me to sell. And today, over the last couple of years, I've passionately curated what I've learned just for you so that you too can get back on your board. This program, which you might have heard me talking about it because I'm really passionate about it and I know that it's changing lives, is called the Unstoppable Life. It's designed to empower you to live with resilience when the world wants to beat you down. It'll help you take your uncertainty and doubt and to live more confident and cope with the overwhelming events in life. Often the ones that come out of nowhere are the ones that are the hardest. All in a graceful way, you'll be able to keep charging and stay on your surfboard, so to say. So today I'm launching the Unstoppable Life program, and this is an opportunity that you all will be able to spend a whole year with me, making you long for possible. These are 12 practices, 13, that are life-changing. So imagine where you can be from a year from now. If you're dealing with this stress and anxiety and this pain and this crazy world, like, I am a big believer that we can keep moving forward. And even though last year felt like one of the hardest years of my life, like I said earlier, like I've still been able to move forward and love my life and pursue my passions and be with my family and just enjoy the life that I do have. And why now? Well, yeah, it's a baby sprinkle, and we'll talk more about mama life in a bit. I recognize that one of my greatest passions is to pass on to others during my lifetime what has helped me the most. Do you guys think this is for you? Type in the chat if you do. Well, I would love to do it with you guys, so you're totally invited. And we can help you get back on your board too and live your most rad life. I think of this program as like a blueprint for becoming the most beautiful version of you. And the best thing about this is it's really simple and easy and approachable. It's not like super complicated. Like, we'll talk about forgiveness, and yeah, it may take a long time to work through some of the painful points in your life, but these tools like that specifically, it's something you can use for a lifetime. When you start to lean into your unstoppable life, this makes facing all those unexpected twists and turns not so daunting. Each life lesson is designed to unlock another part of you, and each lesson will equip you with approachable tools to practice being present and grateful and live with forgiveness and good nutrition, healthy movement, mental grit, some other things like being able to care for others better, and goal setting, which I know goal setting can be so hard, but we'll work on it together, and having healthy boundaries, being able to steward your life better, and live in faith, and much more. This program was inspired by many people like you and I facing so much in this life. But it was also inspired by a young women's retreat I've been doing with what was formerly known as Friends of Bethany. It's now Beautifully Flawed Foundation. We've been doing these retreats for, I think, like 8+ years maybe. But we've witnessed so many women shift their life and resolve towards living unstoppable. It's been so beautiful to be a part of, and the people who have gone all in and completed the unstoppable life have gained confidence and resilience to face so many of their challenges. If you've done the program, or I know for sure I invited some of everyone who's doing the unstoppable life with me right now. I'd love for you to chime in on the chat. One person who's been really rad to see just growing and developing has been Bree Sar. She's just such an amazing cheerleader too for everyone. But I don't have the information for Bree, but
Can you pull up my screen share?
oh, so happy to hear. Katie and Sophia, so stoked to hear. Thanks, Jessie. Ah, it's so cool to hear that you guys have been loving the program. Were we showing something about Bree? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, but Bree's been really rad. Like, she's a part of our Facebook community, and she's a mom and wife and like an action sports woman, and it's just been really cool to see her changing her life around and just living with more confidence and less fear. And just, yeah, if I flip me, I flip my environment. So stoked to have you, Bree. You're an amazing woman, so keep it up. But this program is valued at over $2,000, but today I'm going to be offering it for $497 for you guys, up until the baby is born. Oh yeah, so you guys got a little time, unless my water breaks in a few minutes. And when we close enrollment, we're not going to open it up for a while. So I hope you guys don't procrastinate. I procrastinate sometimes, but yeah. In this, you'll get all the courses and a year in the community and frequent live Q&As with me. And nobody will be able to make you become unstoppable. This is my invitation for you guys to get back on your board and surf your unstoppable life. How? My team is pasting in the chat the link to join, so you can join and check it out. Thank you so much for hearing me out. And maybe you're not feeling ready for change and commitment, or to empower your life to grow more, and that's okay. I think it's really important for you guys to be ready to dive in. You have to be ready for change and like really want it. Like, anytime someone's trying to push something on me and I'm like not ready, like I just don't do it. So I want you guys to be ready when you're ready. So before I wrap it up, I wanted to leave you with one thing. So if all this goes out one ear, in one ear and out the other, just remember that when the next challenge or roadblock comes your way, I'm cheering you guys on, and I want you to remember, you don't need easy, you just need possible. So you got this. Sending lots of love to all of you. And yeah, we're gonna open up. Now I'm all done with my presentation, but I want to open it up to some questions with you guys, questions about baby, questions about life. Like, we can even talk about like Soul Surfer and Unstoppable, or if you have any questions about the Unstoppable Life program and the offer I just sent you. And I got some door prizes, so I'll be giving some of those away.
So guys, if you type your question in the chat, we'll unmute you so you can come live. Brianna.
Also, yeah, it's like my birthday in a few days too. So there's a lot going on this week. Okay, I saw. Oh, Adam's coming.
Hey guys, I'm back. I thought Bethany did awesome.
Brianna is asking you a question.
Hello.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can exit out of that. Or minus it.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Bethany. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to talk to you. Hi. I just have a question. Like, one of the main questions, like, how do you stay so resilient?
Oh man, I guess. Well, it would be hard to like narrow it down into one thing, but kind of like I was sharing earlier, is like definitely focusing on things I'm grateful for and looking, you know, I wouldn't say I'm particularly like, what's the term when some optimistic or pessimistic? I'm not like particularly super optimistic. I find myself more in the middle, but I still think like just focusing on the things I'm grateful for and looking for the bright side is so important, and just focusing on my mindset, because I think we can get stuck in a rut of like negative thinking and like just let things build up or over dramatize, like especially with like relationships with other people, like our minds can totally lie to us, and like we let like things build up, and like we're almost like making it into more drama than it actually is. So kind of like keeping my like thoughts and mind in check, and like focusing on things I can be thankful for and what I can do, and like that I don't need easy, I just need possible, like, because yeah, life's always throwing us for a loop. So that would be like a few of my quick tips for being more resilient.
That's funny. Whitney wants you to say hi, Whitney, and then we have Madison G.
Hi, Whitney. Hey.
Madison
Hi.
G.
Hi,
You're next.
hi, Lily. Hi, Abby and Lillian and Kathy. Hi, ladies.
I saw Allison asked, what was your favorite thing about pregnancy so far?
Oh, I just love feeling baby move, and then having Tobias and Wesley, our sons, like being able to feel baby, and Adam, but especially the boys, like they just seeing their eyes light up when they feel baby brother or sister. It's like just so beautiful and sweet.
So Madison G, you're unmuted. You can go ahead and ask a question.
Who?
Madison, are you
Madison?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I actually met you 2 years ago at Super Bowl Pro.
You look familiar. I was like, I recognize this woman.
Okay. What motivated you to teach your boys to learn how to surf?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you all. It's a bit selfish, but I want to be able to keep surfing a lot. And I know if they surf too, then we can all go and just like share that time together. And it's just so fun to be in the ocean. And also, I think it's a really healthy environment for kids to be in like the water and nature, and like just be free. Is so, to me, it was just an automatic. Of course, I was going to teach them to surf, you know.
So cool.
Thanks, Madison.
Thanks.
We have Talita who wants to ask you a question. And Talita, you go.
Hi,
Hi,
Talita.
Bethany.
Hi, Talita.
I am so excited to meet you, but
Thank you, flower.
thank you. I was just wondering, what is the main thing that you would say to help with someone who struggles with anxiety?
Oh, that's a great question. And I know, like I saw when I asked earlier in the chat bar, a lot of people are struggling with anxiety. Well, I don't know if I can narrow it down to one thing, but I think probably one of my biggest things would be to like find a place of rest and peace that's like wherever your anxiety is stemming from, like finding the opposite place that is. So for me, like if I feel really stressed, like going surfing and being in the ocean, or going for a walk, like going somewhere where I don't bring the anxiety with me necessarily. And I know you can't always just like turn it off in your head, but then like once you're in that place, like focusing on like what's some good things about life, like what am I thankful for, like what's what's, I don't know, hun, you chime in.
Yeah, no, I think it's so crucial to have things that we're thankful for. And like we all have those nights where we can't go to sleep because our minds are racing and we're thinking about all the things that are stressing us out. It's something we all face, and that's what we're thankful for, like our faith in Christ, and knowing that in those moments we can pray to our God and say like, Lord, just take this, and like this is what's on my mind. And often like spend a lot of time in prayer, and I find myself falling to sleep, and it's like there's something beautiful about that, and there's nothing wrong with like falling asleep while praying. And so I think that's awesome to like give your burden up. And I think it's important to also, I mean, we're so physical as well as like not only surfing, but like if you just need that something to release,
something
you
like
need to
doing
go.
something active and focusing on eating healthy, because the way we eat hugely affects our mental health, I believe, and also like getting exercise can also like they're both proven to be like advocates for a healthy mind. So just challenge you, like, you know, find something you love to do that's really active and gets your heart pumping. And then I also wanted to bring it back to forgiveness. Like I was sharing with you guys, like you can even like go as far as like, you know, sometimes anxiety stems from like the relationships around us. Like, you know, life's hard and relationships aren't always perfect, but sometimes it's just in us. But I would literally like, if I was stressing out about another relationship, or if it was just coming from me, like forgiving myself and forgiving that person who may be bringing some of this in the situation. And so,
That's why
yeah,
we
just
love,
going
like,
to
the-
bed, like praying and like forgiving, and maybe you're not of faith. So
And that's like
the-
what we spent like the last 2 years, like encountering, like tackling these issues and be like,
yeah,
okay, what are like the 12 top things, the 13 top things that are going to like help us conquer these obstacles, these things that are like on our minds all the time, or it's whether it's a physical obstacle or a mental obstacle. We put together like having the physical activity, like having that forgiveness, having how do we overcome those obstacles is all like in that Unstoppable Life program. And it's like, this is just like a quick question, a quick moment. Like it's hard to stick with you, but that program is like with you, like you get to have it for your life.
yeah,
And like the things that Bethany talks about in there with her expert friends, like it's really life-changing. Like every time I watch the videos, I'm like, whoa, this is incredible. And so I hope that you guys really do jump in there, and it's awesome.
and to finish this up too, what was I gonna say? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. But well, it's so lovely to chat with you. And I also remember, yeah, you're not alone. Like there's a lot of people struggling, and so don't feel like, you know, that like if there's someone that you trust and love, to like open up about it and talk about it. I think like our community is so important. So I just challenge you to like be really honest and like not hold it in, because I think holding it in just makes things worse. So lots of love and thanks for chatting.
We have Jesse who wants to ask a question. Jesse, you're next.
Hi, Bethany. Hi, Adam.
Hi,
Jessie.
Jesse.
Guys, I was just wondering like how being present has allowed you, really both of you, but Bethany too, like how that's allowed you to overcome different parts of your life. Because I know the being present module was like something that was really important in my life.
Yeah.
And it kind of like helped me a lot, but I'm just curious like how it helped you too.
Yeah, like for me, it was really just focusing on being present really helped me, I would say, to have a little more boundaries with the cell phone. I look at it as like digital minimalism, and that can like really steal from my life if we're just over consumed by this. But also just kind of setting more boundaries in my life and not like live like America is so for the like go like 100 miles an hour, shove as much as you can in the day, and that's partially why we're stressed out and why we're anxious, because we have too much on our plate. And so being able to recognize that and tone things back and slow down a bit, and you know, look in each other's eyes throughout the day and like, you know, give each other a hug, like just have those moments of like human connection that can be stolen by being overly consumed by everything going on. And, you know, even this last year, I was like, whoa, I just like paying attention to news was too much. Like, I was like, I need to like not look at the news as much. Like, not that I don't want to know at all what's going on, but more of just like tone it back a little. So that's been a few things that have been, it's just been really freeing and also allowed for just more like fun.
Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, it's been awesome having you on the Unstoppable program with us too. So glad you're here too.
Yay.
We have
Okay, so What we're gonna do now, I was gonna do we're gonna do a little giveaway. So
Jump back into baby sprinkle mode.
yeah, so okay, so you guys, I have a challenge for you. You get to try to guess. Whoever can guess it and type it in the chat bar.
The first person who gets the
And we'll be
right.
checking Zoom and Facebook.
Oh,
Well,
we're checking Zoom and Facebook.
So both a Zoom and a Facebooker will be able to get a door prize if you can guess what my top animal emoji is on my phone. So type
First
it.
person to guess.
Let me,
First, so the
let me
first
see
person
this.
to guess will get it. I don't
Let
even
me
know.
see
I don't do
this.
animals that much.
But I'm looking
Oh,
at your
I see Heather got it on
frequently used emoji. You got it already? We got someone?
Heather got it. The turtle.
It's the turtle looking at the phone there.
Turtle. I see Cassandra got. I don't do orangutan, but I like orangutans. They're so cute.
And I don't know if they have a manatee because your favorite.
Oh, it
animal
would be
is
manatee for
manatee.
sure if they would. Oh yeah. So what does she win? What?
We have whatever friends you want to give away.
Okay, so I like design these I forget what they're even called, flash tattoos. And I was like gonna sell them. It's like an entrepreneur moment, but I didn't end up selling them, but I printed like 500. So they're really cute flash tattoos, you know, they're like temporary. There's like aloha and shells. So we're gonna get your address and ship this out to you. So yeah.
Good job.
Good
we got
job,
more games.
Turtle it was. It was
And
probably
we'll find someone on Facebook too, but that
well,
was
we're secretly thinking of getting Wesley a turtle for his birthday. So that's probably why Turtle's up there.
I think he's napping still. Yeah.
He's napping right
He's having
now.
a solid nap. He'd be up here talking with you guys if, well, maybe I don't know how shy he is right now.
Okay.
Ooh, the next one. I like the next one. Should I go get? I'm gonna go get your purse.
Okay,
We'll see
Adam's
what's up.
grabbing my purse because I don't even know
gotta
what's
say
in there. Well, it's gonna be a
Rest
bit
of them though, right?
biased because it's the question is what's the most random thing in my purse
Or their purse.
or in their purse
Yeah, what's in their purse?
We want or on their desk right now.
And then you choose the funniest.
or
thing.
on your desk. So and then I'm gonna choose the funniest thing. So and you have to maybe they have to show
They're
it.
typing it.
Yeah, they're really already going.
Put it in the chat. Like, what's the most random thing in your purse or on your desk? I have a pretty
Let's see.
flower,
A
which
hamster?
isn't.
I'm
My
gonna see.
sister-in-law got me a flower. A dirty sock.
Good.
Go clean up, please.
Dirties.
What's a
Probably
fork?
a putt ball.
I always put
And
balls in
what's
my
a
purse
putt
because you
ball?
never know when the kids are gonna need something
No,
to do.
You're a sweet potato.
Whoa,
What's
I
a
think
sweet potato doing?
I
here?
think I might win. I have a sweet potato in my purse. It's a purple
putt-putt
Okinawa sweet potato.
Oh my.
Somebody has a bullet.
So I had like 6 sweet potatoes in my purse the other day because I went to the grocery store and like in Hawaii they don't do plastic bags. So I just like threw them all in my purse and then one must have got left in there. So maybe we'll have sweet potato for dinner.
There's all sorts of treasures in here.
I
still
can't keep
digging.
up with the side chat, so I don't know. Batteries, is that in your
packet of
purse?
honey?
A packet of honey in case you need some fast energy.
You wouldn't expect this in Bethany's
Somebody
bag.
has their pet chicken.
A pet
A
chicken.
pet chicken
Yeah,
in your
or-
purse or on your desk?
Oh, that might be the winner. The pet chicken.
That's pretty good. I have a
I like pet
lollipop, which
chicken.
is like, you know, you never know when the kids need some bribery.
What do you think? Who had the pet chicken?
Maybe we should let everyone else vote. Can we like make a poll real quick and be like, okay, what wins? I don't know how to make a poll, but
That's all right.
okay. I was gonna share too. Like, I don't know if how many moms are here, but maybe you want to be a mom one day. So I was gonna share like a little bit about our approach to like pregnancy and birth and whatnot. But it's been really cool to like journey with Adam and like having kids and one thing that set us up for like success just to start with was we did this thing called like the Bradley method. So we did like a super good birthing class with a woman on island here. And it really like united us together. So Adam was like able to really help me with my pregnancy and like just be understanding.
We could be on the same page. Like I wasn't like standing back like, whoa, what's happening? Like this baby, yeah. It just totally helped me support her and really be like a part of the experience. And yeah, it's really cool.
And the hope with like the Bradley method is to cheer women on to have more natural births. So yeah, I've been able to do 2 natural births. And then we also read this like husband coach. So, you know, like we don't necessarily like Adam's my main go-to instead of the doctor or the nurse or we'll have a midwife at our birth too, but and a doctor and whatnot. But it's nice, like it's been really fun. Well, birthing's really painful, but it's also like a really beautiful thing too. So it's been fun to just be able to share that together and like go into it like knowing like what's gonna happen, kind of like to the best of your ability at least. Though it's all new, especially with your first kid. So I was just gonna get nerdy because I just like being prepared for things if I can be. So if you guys ever have kids one day, like, or if you're, you know, pregnant, we recommend the Bradley method and the husband coach childbirth. And we read some other books. It was funny. My first pregnancy, I would like fall asleep while Adam was reading. So he like knew more than I did. I was just like so tired. I would just like fall asleep.
It was good. Well, she was a natural, obviously.
Okay,
like,
so
she's always natural with everything.
Who won the last game? Did we pick a winner?
The chicken.
We picked Anne.
The chicken.
Anne.
From Zoom, but we'll pick someone from Facebook too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Anne wins my book, the Unstoppable book.
A signed copy.
It's like a coffee table book, but it has like the art of never giving up. So it's like kind of just encouraging quotes and pretty pictures and stuff. Oh, look at the picture I opened up too.
Pregnant with the surfboard.
Yeah, so. And you win. Though I'm guessing it's not that weird for you to have your chicken there. I bet you always have it there a lot. But for the rest of us, that's interesting.
I like it.
Okay.
Well, what was this thing?
Oh yeah, so I saw a question from my somewhere. Someone was asking like, what's your nursery color or your theme? And I was like, what nursery? This is our nursery. It's a baby bed.
They sleep in bed with us.
So this is the one thing I bought for baby this time around. But if we do have a girl, we're gonna have to go shopping because we only have boy clothes at this point. So
yeah.
I'm not too worried though, because when baby's little, they just get swaddled and sleep with mama and stay close all day long.
Well, this has been a fun baby sprinkle to share with you guys.
Could you show your belly?
Oh yeah, I can show my belly.
Show belly.
Here,
I'll do
where's
it.
the video?
I can't see ourselves. We're stuck on you, Dolores.
Okay, belly. It's getting big. Yay!
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it good. Can you see it good?
Yes, I can say yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I usually don't tell people our due date because I just don't like the pressure because everyone's like, once you go overdue, then everyone like starts stressing on your behalf. But our due date is Valentine's.
And the offer that Bethany brought up is actually going to close on Valentine's. Well, not Valentine's Day. We don't know if it's going to be on time. It's going to close. The offer is available till baby comes. So got to jump on it while it's good. And we'll let you know. Our team's going to let you guys know when baby starts coming, and it's going to be exciting. So
I wanted to say too, let's do like 3 more questions before everyone goes, and then we'll say aloha.
We had Jill who had a question. Let me pull.
Okay, hi Jill. I hear Wesley waking up.
Jill, if you can unmute yourself. If not, we'll take another question. Let's see, we have here Anna. If you're an Anna, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Hi Anna.
Hi, Bethany. My question for you is, what was your favorite part of being on set of Soul Surfer?
Ooh, good question. Okay, so, well, I definitely had a blast just doing my own stunt surfing, and we did a specific trip for the film down to Tahiti, and we got really good waves, and it was really fun. But being on the actual like set got really boring to me. It was just like they would shoot one scene for like hours on end, and like it was just kind of boring. But trying to think what was something cool. I thought it was just really like interesting seeing how Anna Sophia, the girl who played me, and by the way, I got to pick her out, which was crazy. But every day, like when she was shooting, once Bethany lost her arm, she would have to get a prosthetic Stumpy put on her arm. So it looked just like my Stumpy, but then they would put like a green sleeve on her arm and like paint around it, like more green. And yeah, it was just really interesting. And then on top of that, she would have to like film every scene with her arm up, like with her arm to her side or like behind. And so then when they went into the editing room, they would like use all these different shots of her and somehow edit out the arm. So I just thought that was like really interesting. And then, yeah, it was just fun. It was fun. Like my whole family was involved and on set and part of making the film, which I think helped keep the film more accurate and less like Hollywoody. So like one little thing that people are always tripping on is my dad in the film was like in the hospital and like got wheeled out of the hospital and I took his place. Like that was a true story. So that was like something you'd think Hollywood made up, but it was actually true. So little fun fact.
We have Kelsey.
Thanks, Anna.
Kelsey, you are next. Let me see. Go ahead and mute yourself.
How do you deal with anxiety when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I think for me, it was just like really important to be outside and run around and be really active and eat healthy. So even you young girls, like you can focus on like living a healthy life because it will make a big difference in how your mind like can cope with everything. And I think just being like, if you're feeling a certain way too, being able to talk with your parents and tell them how you're feeling, and your sister, you guys can talk to each other and support each other. But definitely just like being really active, like just kept me like just feeling good.
More?
Thanks, Kelsey.
One more?
Yeah, we could do a couple more. Let's keep going.
Okay. Lillian, you are next. I'm unmuting you. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't really have a question, but I would just like to say that you've inspired me so much. Whenever I was little, I had leukemia, and because you've inspired me so much, like now I'm racing dirt bikes and all of that fun stuff. So, and it's really awesome talking to you. I've been like the biggest fan for like 10 years.
Aw, thanks, Lillian.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that you're here and living and loving.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then also, what was her name, the girl who asked the last question?
Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like my faith in God, just like putting my trust in not just like myself, but that was so key, even in my younger years. So when I lost my arm, like rather than being like down and depressed, I was able to like trust that like God had more for my life. And He promises hope and love no matter what we're going through. So stay strong, little one.
Awesome. We have Georgiana. You are ready. Unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, you guys. Hi, Bethany.
Hi.
So I just wanted to share real quick that I went skydiving for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And that was really nerve-wracking. And I got to choose 3 songs. And one of the first songs that I chose was Back in the Water, from the instrumental song from the movie.
Oh, cool.
And it was huge for me because I deal with a little bit of anxiety, I deal with a little bit of autism. And so going skydiving was so big for me. And so I only went because my dad went skydiving before me. So
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Did you love it?
I actually ended up really loving it. I went to a place down in San Diego called Pacific Coast Skydiving, and I would highly recommend if anyone goes skydiving to go to this place. I went with the owner. I went tandem with the owner. His name's Andy, and it was so much fun. And I do want to go again.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've been a couple times, and it's like that first like hurdle of like jumping out of the plane is just horrifying, but then once you go, you're just like, ah.
Yeah, I've actually put my video up on the Bethany Friends of Bethany page. I put my video up on YouTube, so in case you want to see it, it's up there.
Awesome. Well, fun chatting with you. Bye, Georgiana.
We have Whitney who really wants to say hi. Whitney, go ahead and unmute yourself. Whitney, you're on it.
Hi.
Hi, Whitney. Where are you?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you're on the phone. Hi.
Ah.
You want to ask a question or share something? Okay, well, it's been so fun chatting with you guys, and I hope that you guys can remember that you don't need easy, you just need possible. And I can't wait to share baby with you all once baby comes. And yeah, we're feeling really excited about baby coming. And yeah, the next week I'll just be like relaxing and resting and waiting and praying. So.
And also this week, guys, since I'm in game mode still, this next week we're gonna be playing more fun games. Like one of them we're gonna do against boy and girl. So keep an eye out for it on your email, but also we're gonna post them in social media. So if every game that you guys enter into, you get a chance to win more prizes.
I think we're gonna do another surfboard too.
Yeah.
So I gave a surfboard away. Like
a cameo
video, a surfboard. We'll just throw some other fun. Oh yeah, Unstoppable DVD. Oh, and a membership program. We'll be giving at least one of those away. So if it's out of your price range, I hope you get to win that, because I would love to just have all of you in it either way.
Yeah. Again, I really hope to see you guys in our Unstoppable Life program. It's really life-changing, and just a reminder, it closes when baby comes. So if you haven't checked out the link yet, jump over there and check it out.
Okay, lots of love to everyone, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us.